Hey there, I'm Grace Gooley, the brand manager of Around the Ozarks, and I'm sitting here with one of my very dear friends, Geoff. Yeah. Hi, Geoff. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, I'm the executive director of the Gillioz Center for Arts and Entertainment in beautiful downtown Springfield, Missouri. Spent a life getting to do the things that I love and avoided a real job for quite a while. I've been there for 10 years with my beautiful wife, Joy.
Beautiful. I love both of you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys have your It's a Wonderful Life showing. And I know that not only is it a good free event for the family to come and do, but you have a very special reason as to why you guys are doing this every year. So would you mind just telling me about that?
I'm delighted to share that. It's December 8th.
Yes.
December 8th in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon. And here's the thing. It's a wonderful, number one, I love Christmas. Number two, It's a Wonderful Life is an awesome film that really epitomizes this universal message of worth and what one human life is worth. And I think that's really critically important. But for me, the reason that we do what we're doing at the Gillioz, which the principle behind this is everything's free that day, right? So people, the tickets are free. There's hot chocolate. There's all these things available for them. But we have a Santa Claus, the real guy, comes in for the day.
Yeah.
He takes a break from what he's doing with Mrs. Claus, and they make a little run to Springfield, and they set up shop in the lobby and take free pictures for families. And so we've got multiple generations that come in together. But you're referencing a story that I shared with you a couple of weeks ago, and there are often times that I'll do something at the Gillioz that is inspired by something selfishly or personally. It's a confession that I make.
That's all right. Yeah.
And It's a Wonderful Life is one of those things. So I had a photograph when I was young on the lap of Santa Claus at a department store. This had been, I'm ancient, so this is, like 1969, 1970. Kind of looks like one of those Polaroid pictures.
Yeah, super.
I'm in a plaid coat, very stylish, very stylish. I was a sickly young man. I had hair, no beard at that point. I was skinny. And so I found the picture after my parents had passed, and it resonated with me. It instilled something new in me. And what happened was I realized I was raised with no judgment whatsoever. My parents were married, but they were not happily married. My house had a little drama to it. We experienced financial challenge, and I was the youngest of 5 sons. So I have no idea how my parents survived raising 5 sons in the 60s and 70s. And so there was often drama there. And I heard my father more than once say that my mother had champagne tastes on a beer budget. She liked to live above our means and had expensive tastes. And in this situation, my mother had wanted this photograph of her youngest with Santa Claus. And my father was of the opinion that the finances were not sufficient to be able to cover an item like that. Clearly, I have the picture, so my mother won. And so, but when I saw the picture, I wasn't reminded of the experience in the department store. I was reminded of what home was like that night because my father wasn't happy. And my mom got the picture, but my dad won the day. And he wasn't physically abusive, but it wasn't a fun environment. And I remember being up late that night listening to them yell and shout, and it encouraged some other things. And so I came to realize as I got older a few things. One of them is that it's stressful for families at the holiday season. Finances are tough. And these items, when you're trying to make memories, can really add up. They can rack up. I also found that even trying to create an environment where you can make those memories can be financially challenging. And so I thought, man, it's different. I get that you can see this movie at home, but it's not the same as seeing it in a historic space like the Gillioz, where it was shown when it premiered,
beautiful,
so many years ago. And I also would say that that there's something about community, about experiencing that community. And so I decided when we first got there, Joy and I sat down and I said, can we have an opportunity to give a gift back to this community that says, come to the Gillioz, make memories with your family and with your neighbors, and get a picture with Santa Claus, and make sure that that little kid never experiences the evening that I experienced. Now, it's important for me to say, I love my mom and dad. They're both on the other side now, but we ended on great terms. one of the things was the realization as I got older that my dad was just like me. He had dreams, and he put them aside to be able to provide for his family, and I'm incredibly grateful, and I'm so grateful for the healing, and I recognize that there may be people that are going through some tough times, and if there's any hope that comes out of this from me, it's that you would hear me say, listen, if my dad was still on this side, he would want to be here today saying, listen, go take advantage of this because it can work. He ended up being different at the end of his life than he was during that period. So that's kind of the story whenever we had talked about it and you were like a little wide-eyed that I was willing to say. And I'm willing to say point blank, we all have circumstances, but we can transcend those circumstances. And one of the powerful things about a theater is being able to transcend it together. And so if we can create some genuine memories for families in this situation, then it's golden. And my dad would be so happy.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love the vulnerability that you shared. Thank you. And I have 2 little boys, and I know that I'm going to start taking them and having this little tradition with them. And so I'm super excited. But yeah, like free event, Santa's going to be there. There's a beautiful meaning behind it, in case anyone hadn't heard that story before. December 8th.
December 8th at the historic Gillioz, beautiful downtown Springfield, where we're making memories one show at a time.
All right. We will see you guys there. Thank you.